Let's do this. Okay. All right. Namo Buddhaya, everyone. How's everyone doing today? My name is
Great.
Perfect. My name is Roshini, and I had the blessing of serving as one of the volunteers for the Walk for Peace movement here in Washington. They are in Washington D.C. Sorry, I'm back in California now. So I'm back in California, and unfortunately, I got a little sick on the way back, and my voice is not fully recovered. So please excuse me. I'm going to try my best to get through this. I promise. I promise. Should be fine. On behalf of Bhante Khema, I would like to warmly welcome all of the respected spiritual leaders, our wonderful partner organizations, and our incredible volunteers, and everyone joining us today. So today we are gathered here to formally conclude the Walk for Peace movement in DC, the final destination of this historic journey, and most importantly, to express our deepest gratitude to each and every one of you for your remarkable dedication, commitment, heartfelt support that made this movement such a powerful success. Honestly, my heart is still very much full of joy and happiness. I'm sure it is the same for all of you. There are so many beautiful memories from this journey, and I truly believe we made history together. Don't you agree?
Sure.
We did. All right. So even now, I mean, our volunteers are still sharing posts, pictures, songs, gratitude messages, reflecting on what they witnessed and were part of. And chat groups are still alive. I know Prasad is patiently waiting to close some of the groups, but even he feels a little emotional. I'm sure pressing the close group button because how do you close something that brought so many hearts together, right? Anyway, so this is the beauty of this moment. The walk may have ended physically in DC, but the spirit of peace continues. I know this call is scheduled for 1 hour, so I want to be respectful of everyone's time. So let's move into our program. So first of all, I would like to invite Neeraj, the main coordinator of the Walk for Peace movement, who truly did an extraordinary task over the past 9 months. Neeraj, could you kindly share with us how this Walk for Peace originally came together?
Well, Vandana to everyone. Thank you for inviting me. So last year, right after Vaisakha celebration, well, the Vietnamese temple had a 10-day Tripitaka chanting for Vaisakha celebration last year, and right after that, Bhante Khema mentioned to me that he wants to do this walk. And the first question that I asked him is, can we have more time to prepare? Because, we talked, so that was like May 19, and we're planning to begin on October 31st. So not much time for preparation. And I asked him, can we have some more time? Can we do it next year? And he gave me two reasons. One is that we have to follow the Buddhist calendar, right? So Vaisakha celebration, and then Vasa. After that, we have Kathina, and the best timing would be to start right after Kathina celebration, so that they can be on the road for about like 4 months. So October is the ideal time period to begin. And after hearing that, there was no question. I got fully involved into it. So so it was on 19th, and then we started working together since May 21st. First of all, we got into mapping our route. We try to do it using the Google Map, but it was too complicated in Google to do it. Uh, so we used plotaroute.com. And so while mapping all those, we kind of know that since we are beginning in October, right? After some time, when we reach around like Raleigh, North Carolina, and go from there, there will be snow and the weather may be very cold. So we know that after that point, we will have to stay indoor. Before that, we were prepared to stay outdoor. So when we began the walk, most of the time, uh, all the monks and volunteers were staying outdoor, even though the nighttime temperature was very low. Uh, and even before we have reached to Jackson, Mississippi, Bhante Khema, I, I believe he reached out to us through email, and uh, one of the coordinators from our team, she talked to Bhante Khema. I'm pretty sure most of you have met with Trang. So Trang first talked to Bhante Khema, and then um, I came to know about that email and Bhante Khema's, offer of help. So I talked with him, and uh, I remember that day when Bhante Khema, I think Mike is also there. There is another person, maybe it's Joe. I'm not sure. Is it Joe? Okay, so there was some other person. We were supposed to meet uh, on a Zoom call, and that day I was driving from Dallas to Jackson. Uh, Early in the morning, I started driving. I arrived there at 9 a.m. in a Buddhist temple there, and uh, after about an hour, I have a meeting with Bhante Khema that day. And the place, since it is a Buddhist temple, a lot of people were moving around, so I had to stay inside the car to talk with Bhante Khema and the team. Uh, and while I was talking to them, the venerable monks they walked inside the temple, and so I was talking to Bhante Khema and the team, but still my mind was out with the going on. Um, so I know in the beginning. It was kind of difficult for me to think about all the way to DC and start planning in DC. So we were like uh, planning like a day in advance or the right on the day throughout all this journey. So it is really difficult for us to manage our time to plan ahead. But uh, ultimately it went good, really nice. So I know Bhante Khema want me to prepare ahead of time because DC is not regular places like the Jackson, Mississippi, or Montgomery, Alabama, and still there is only few things that I can do, and I'm very grateful to Bhante Khema that he understood the situation that I am in, and he calls me, texts me in between, but still it was difficult for me to get along and move ahead in planning DC. So I feel bad about it, but there is nothing much I can do. And finally, uh, together with Mike, we put a request for the application for the permit for Washington Monument, Sylvan Theater at that time, uh, and uh, we submitted the application. Even to submit the application, I took so many days. I was really a bad person from that point of view. But Kima, sorry about that. So
Thank you.
going on.
Thank you, Neeraj.
Yeah,
No, that,
uh, so we have received a lot of email, offering support, but Bhante Khima's email of support was one of the very early one. At that time, this movement hasn't cast off as big as it seems right now, right? So that kind of tells me how deep Bante Khema must have thought about of this movement, even at that initial phase. So
fantastic.
I'm really grateful to Bhante Khema, and how finally it turned out in DC. Uh, all the places that we have been to in DC, like the National Cathedral, that was one of the uh, highlight of this 110-day journey. It was the greatest moment for all Buddhist around the world, right? So that was really a very interesting moment of my life.
Thank you so much, Neeraj. I mean, first of all, thank you so much for the introduction, and also, like, when we worked with you, Neeraj, even when you were in the middle of million things, and your calmness, your smile, and kindness you showed, it showed the true meaning of the peace walk. So thank you so much for your leadership, and we really enjoyed working with you every step of the way. Thank you.
Thank you.
So now I would like to invite our Bhante Khema, the extraordinary person behind organizing the events in DC, who did so much behind the scenes, many sleepless nights, bringing together this amazing team of volunteers, recognizing everyone's talents, and connecting with our incredible partners and fellow spiritual leaders. Bante, could you kindly share how BMC got involved in the DC movement and how the volunteers showed up so powerfully?
Okay, thank you, Akka. I'm a pretty normal, regular person, not an extraordinary person, first of all. Okay, let's, as a practice, I pay my respect to my teacher, Pinat Loku Swamin Nahansa. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Yeah, so thank you, Neeraj, for your comments and everything. Appreciate. Yes, and someone first shared this peace walk like in the early right after this work start, and then when we were in Sri Lanka in Mahamevuna, we hosted help to a peace walk, and that was it always kept in my mind how this can be a very helpful thing for the country, and that was the main thing. Then in the same time, university also we had a very good relationship with the university, and university wanted to do something related to Buddhism, and then university also in the same time I had an idea we can give some idea to university, we can hold something. So while having this, we have in our volunteer groups we have kindness crew. In the kindness crew is the group where we in English meditation programs we do like there are so many English meditators, American meditators meditating with us, like 500 or so, maybe monthly. So we that's where we plan and we put the information there. And one of our volunteer Prasadan said, "Hey, Bhante, why can't we do something special in the DC?" And it also very motivating. And then the Neeraj accepted our invitation, and he was so supportive, and we need to respect what we don't know in the Neeraj point of view. He has to deal with daily, day-to-day things, like he has to find what is the next destination, where Bhante is gonna stay, how they receive the lunch, and there wasn't any escort like this every time, everywhere. So he has to take care of everything. He did a amazing job. So while doing that, we submit to permit, and in the same time, the kindness crew involved, and they know how difficult to handle something in DC. And in the our volunteer meetings, everyone say, Bhante, we are running out of time. Can you give us the exact date? So with the moving pieces, how can we handle this? That was the thing. So at that time, Joe came forward and said, hey, Bhante, let's do something like this with help from his friend Tina. And then they made three tentative plans of we had GW University programs, we had American University programs, and we have Cathedral program and Lincoln Memorial. So everyone need exact times and places these places has its own protocols to maintain. So made three tentative plans, and then went to see Bhante with Neeraj, and then they all came to a conclusion. I don't think it was it all happened within, like, shall we say, within 10 days of the last confirmation. And then after the confirmation, so everything put together, and you all did an amazing volunteer act, offering lunch and preparing everything. And university also so cooperative, we have to appreciate. And we can't forget how Cathedral came forward, because we had in person, we met only one time our friend Leonard as our chaplain. And in the second meeting, we shared the message in the chaplain meeting. We are running out of space. Would you mind help? Actually, we didn't say even helping. That cathedral prayer chaplain said that, okay, I'll talk with our cathedral and check whether we can host monks there. So that was the time cathedral involved, and there were so many people after that helped. And Joe will share the partners after that. When it comes to the dana, that's one of the most important things. So there were some concerns. Bhante, why didn't you tell us Dana in advance? The reason is we do not know. Actually, we are going to offer what day at what time. So there was like so many things, moving parts. And then suddenly, like a day before, we are preparing for 60 monks and 120 people. And suddenly we got opportunity to offer 300 monks a day before and for 500 people. And place shift to American University to we lost a place actually. Then suddenly we had to find another place, and fortunately Methodist National Church, they are so amazing, they came forward to help us. That's how it came. Our team amazing when it comes to the coordination, planning, IT, and executing, and Sri Lankan community. So ambassador shared message with all the communities, and all three temples came together. So when we prepare the Dana plan or the launch plan, what we did is coordinating with all DC, Padma Manu coordinating DC temple, Lanka Manu volunteer to talk to the volunteer, the Wheaton temple and our monastery, and that's how we made the plan. And that was the in short everything. But I want to thank first Bhante Panyakara because he was in the mission from the start to the end, and it's not just a walking. He's teaching meditations, and those meditations, I listened to it and I loved it. And he's not, this is not a social media hype. I can assure that 100%, because he's so wise when he answering questions, and he's so wise with understanding people. He did amazing thing for the peace in the country. And so the team, so we all know that we are not professional in this event managing, but under the name of peace, we all came together and execute a nice plan. So we all appreciate that. And I want to appreciate all the volunteers in the same time. You did amazing thing, good karma, which help you in your sansara. this is nothing small, nothing big, everything. Everyone contributed the way they can. So we should appreciate everyone. So on behalf of DC hosting team, I sincerely share merits with all of you. May you all be well and happy. May your all good wishes come true.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you so much for those inspiring words, and again for your extraordinary leadership, compassionate leadership, Bhante.
Shall we change that to
No,
compassionate?
I'm sorry, I can't. So now I would like to invite the deputy head of mission of Sri Lanka to the United States, Miss Madhuka Vikramarachchi, and we are deeply grateful.
Sorry, Mr. Madhukar.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Madhuka Vikramarachchi. We are deeply grateful for how the ambassador and the entire embassy team came together to support this historic initiative in every way possible. So, Mr. Vikramarachchi, could you kindly share your experience in about 2 minutes' time, if you can?
Can you hear me
Yes,
now?
we can hear you. We can
Okay,
hear you.
sorry, I was like, I'm outside. I came to some other affair as well. But first of all, would like to thank everybody for the amazing team who came together to organize this particular event. And in our small manner, we also contributed to few events that had been organized by the organizing team. So we are all thankful. I mean, like in both events that we had participated, the community also came together, and that is also, and community in the sense like from different groups, like in Washington DC we have different community groups. So this particular event had become a kind of a crowd puller. I mean, like everybody came, everybody participated and provided their support in this. So, and thank you so much for everything, and getting us also involved in this meritorious deed. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vikramarchi. Yeah, that's such a wonderful thing to say. So I know when I spoke to Honorable Panakara, and he was very excited about the Srima Bodhi and the relics bringing to Texas, and so I'm sure our Bante will be in touch with you on that. And again, thank you so much for the gracious support and reflections, and the embassy's partnership truly strengthened this movement. I know I saw some videos from Ambassador's Facebook page as well, and it was really nice to see how you supported the movement. So thank you very much for coming to the call today. Now I would like to invite Joe, the main coordinator from BMC, and for this movement in DC. Joe did an incredible job coordinating everything under the guidance of Bhante Khema. Throughout my work with Joe, I actually never heard no to anything. Somehow he pulled off everything and held the fort. Joe, could you kindly share to talk about the incredible partners that came together to support this movement in DC? Thank you.
Thank you, Roshi. Before I launch into that, I just have two things. The first is the ambassador and I spoke several times, and just for the record, I want to make sure, because this is being recorded, the ambassador did say, the Sri Lankan ambassador did say that they were going to make me an honorary citizen so long as I can handle the curry and I don't sweat. So I want you to know that I am practicing my curry eating just to go ahead and make sure I'm preparing for this opportunity.
And I already came forward to sign as a witness, me and Lanka.
Exactly. The other thing I want to say is just how wonderful it's been to be able to co-create with Neeraj. I just feel like the luckiest person, and I don't give praise that often. It's oftentimes pretty hard for me to go ahead and be complimentary. Maybe something I'll meditate on for a little while. But man, Neeraj and I'm going to speak for myself. I feel like I've made a lifelong friend and lived a lifetime with him during the past 3 weeks. Just the opportunity to be able to co-create. I put together just a couple of slides to be able to go ahead and just share, because of the impact and the work that we did. I wanted to go ahead and just help everybody kind of understand a little bit more about the background. So if it's okay, if you'll indulge me. So we had over 20 regional partners. This kind of lists, you know, I think I've captured all of them. I went through my emails to go ahead and try to capture all of them. And so in the course of the work that we did over a very short time, it was the police, it was the Washington area Metropolitan Authority, the various universities, the National Cathedral, their security, just a whole host of partners who went out of their way and were willing to roll up their sleeves in a very, very fluid environment where things were just changing all the time. And so I also want to go ahead and apologize to those folks who maybe I didn't have a chance to get back to. As Neeraj can vouch for, we were moving very, very fast every day. And the amount of time it would have taken us or me to go ahead and get people up to speed, it would have taken longer than actually executing on some of those things. So I hope nobody holds it against me or us if I was brusque or in some way was less than complimentary during this time. There were a lot of moving parts that we were trying to secure pretty quickly. A couple of the documents that a lot of people, this is not, but it's every day I got a call from Neeraj about the Lincoln Memorial. And if you'll notice, we had the event on the 11th. It didn't get approved until the 10th. And in fact, I had seen the permit for this, the application, before it went in. Mike sent it over and we reviewed it. So each of these required their own set of people, their own set of conversations, their own set of conference calls, and coordinating all of that in a very short period of time. And in fact, in the middle one, you'll see the DC March permit, and that came from Commander Bagshaw. Commander Bagshaw and I we had a lot of conversations, and I emailed him just to get a little bit of feedback. And the last thing that he emailed me was this. Neeraj, you haven't heard this. Nobody's heard this yet. Overall, for never doing a walk for peace and dealing with the wild cards that came up, it worked out very well. The pre-coordination meetings were very, very effective. So it was a testament to all the hard work that we did. We also put together, I don't know if many people saw this, but there was a series of 11 maps on the routes where people were going, coming and moving. And many of our partners were willing to go ahead and change on the fly as various decisions needed to be made about locations and safety and public safety. Spent a lot of time doing location scouting in a number of different places during the 2 weeks, and you can see from the various photos of all the various places that we went. Going to see, making sure that was the right location for sleeping, making sure the right location for events and those various things. And so it was great to be able to see all of these things in person in order to be able to make sure that to the extent possible, moving around DC, even in the best of days, is a difficult proposition. But then where are people going to be staying and meeting and sleeping and stuff like that? We also had some planning documents in the background that we used in order to go ahead and manage tasks. Tina's not on this call, but we used a series of planning documents to help us effectively management. And then for those of you that don't know, at the Lincoln Memorial, we had Podium Gate 2026. So about 30, maybe 25 to 30 minutes before the monks were to arrive, the podium on the left was the one that we were using. And with a gust of wind, it fell over, and the entire top of it shattered. And so we called over on GW University. It was a wonderful partner. And the challenge was two things: having them locate a podium, and then two, because of all the police cars and stuff like that, all these road closures, we had to actually communicate pretty closely with the police about what route in order to be able to get that. So it was actually a wonderful exercise. You can see Josh and Mike, along with Tina, in the car, actually getting it bringing it, and then the team going ahead and decorating it. And this to me is a symbol of just the amazing way that all of the volunteers across our team, but across the Walk for Life, just co-created and worked together in such a seamless way. And Bhante Khema, as you said, there was no task too small or too large, and even folks who were supporting us and rooting us on from the side, all of it mattered. So I just want to go ahead and just say thank you. I'm changed by the entire experience of working on this and the opportunity to co-create and work with so many. There's so many other details, and it's going to take me probably another 6 months to a year to process everything. I'm deeply grateful to Bhante Panyakara and Bhante Khema, Neeraj, and also just the monastery itself. I feel very grateful to the Buddha Meditation Center and also the trust, Neeraj, that you instilled and that you had for me, and the willingness for me to go ahead and do what I needed to do. Really appreciate it. My heart is just overflowing with the amount of joy that I have from the entire experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you so much. And I know how you helped us with our lunch done. Our food truck got stuck for the road closures last minute, and I don't know how you pulled that off. And I saw the truck coming inside. So I know you did something with the police. So thank you so much for everything, for your steady leadership and dedication, Joe. And yeah.
Thank you, Roshi. It was a real honor. It was a real honor and pleasure.
It was amazing. All right. So now I would like to open the floor.
Neeraj want to add something, I think.
Yeah. So the way, well, I know the podium broke down, but I didn't know the entire story. So and you gave it podium get name. It's very interesting. And I think I should share this with the team here, so that they also know about all these last minute changes and the details. So please share that with me, please.
Which ones? There were so many.
The podium gate and well the slide itself. All those.
How about this? Let's do a blog Let's do a blog article about this podium, and we want to know everything, all the details, how it happened, Neeraj.
Listen, Neeraj, I saw the podium, and I'm like, when it first arrived, I'm like, I'm not. So we started to wrap it with some of the stuff that they had. I'm like, okay, this does not look like a podium that I want. And so they wrapped it with some stuff that was in the van from Hondo. And I think what happened was that caught wind and made it fall over, which was a blessing, actually. Sometimes all the miracles come from unexpected places. And when that fell over, because of that, I had actually seen that podium. Before it fell over, I had called Kristen over at GW, and I was like, I need another podium. I am not happy with this podium. Mm-hmm. So they had actually started searching for one a little bit before that, and then it fell over, and I was like, yes.
Yeah.
All right.
And I know Joe had come to rescue me right at the moment. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to get those 3 hours of sleep every night.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So now I would like to open the floor to our incredible spiritual leaders. First, Reverend Leonard from the National Cathedral, and I also have Rev O here from the United Methodist Church, but I know he's not here. So you both opened the doors to hundreds of monks and volunteers with such kindness and grace. The Walk for Peace community will never forget your generosity and support. So thank you so much for your reflections and the partnership. And if you could please kindly share your experience, Reverend Leonard, that would be wonderful.
Let me say good evening to everyone. And it is really quite a privilege to be invited, not just for the cathedral to support this effort, but for me to be here tonight and express our sincere thanks to each and every one who played a part. As we often are appreciative of any good outcomes, there are so many little things that have to play a part into something becoming great. And for each and every one that's here, it has just been a real blessing and privilege for us to be able to support this in this moment when it was so needed, and so many who are sharing the kind of search for peace and unity in these days. I really want to thank Bhante Khema, who, from very first meeting him, it has really been a pleasure to be connected with him. I feel as if we were drawn together in that moment. And things just kept moving from there for all of us. And I've got a new brother in Joe. And just I don't know where the energy, Joe, was coming from, but it was a real blessing to be around your energy when we're looking for the positive. In so many places, you were bringing it all the time, and we were just keeping up with it. I was looking forward to getting the chaotic call. Um, we're going to figure this out. Whatever it is, we were going to figure it out. That kind of intentional determination to move this, not for ourselves, but because those who are on this line saw beyond our own circumstances. And we're looking at so many others. It's a blessing to be around. So on behalf of our dean, as well as everyone at the cathedral, it was our privilege and blessing to host you, to welcome you, to receive you, and to draw and be that convening place that we're striving to be each and every day. And by your coming, you helped us to take another step in our own growth, in our own strength, and in the kind of mission that we want to carry out. So I want to say thank you to everyone. I do or will be dropping off shortly from this call. I apologize now. I have my grandson tonight, and he's waiting on me already.
Oh,
Uh,
please do
I
join
quickly
us.
want to make a couple of points, Reverend Hamlin.
Yes.
So when we began this journey with a interfaith celebration, but at that time we only got like few groups of interfaith leaders at that time. But as we move along, we realize that all different groups are embracing the movement, and for us, having been able to get to the National Cathedral and that kind of a welcome, it was the grand finale for us, and we are really deeply thankful for that. Thank you, sir, for making it happen.
Our blessing. I forward. This is a beginning, Neeraj, and for all, I do want to say for each and every one, those who I had a chance to speak with directly or even in passing, but those who I haven't, I hope that everyone here knows that you're welcome, and I hope that we will use this moment and continue to look for opportunities of how we can build upon what has been, of course, experienced by all. We want to be a part. We're looking to keep the relationships. I know I am, because there was such the kind of, as we say, spirit and atmosphere of everyone, where we were all able to see, not just in the present moment, but being able to look forward for the great things to come. So I want to keep that going. So I know I'll be talking to Bhante Khema. Joe's already on notice. I'm hunting him down, no matter what.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Neeraj.
Have a great rest of your night,
Blessing.
and enjoy your time with your grandson, and say hi to him for us.
Thank you. I certainly will. Thank you.
Right. Thank you. Thank you so much. And now we have our chaplain Kristen from George Washington University, who helped us so much again. is not able to join today. But Bhante, do we have a video message from her that you can share with the group?
Okay, I didn't receive it yet, and on behalf of her, because I'll share what she has done, because we need to appreciate her very much, because Kristen is like the connection to cathedral and everything, and she holds so much of headache from us. There are so many things in the heads. So, but she always managed everything, and she gave for the peace walk, especially the connection to cathedral, and especially then the nice program for the students in the university, and talking, because she took me directly to talk to the vice president, and give that information. And for some reason, in DC, even there was so many discussion in the social media, many people didn't aware about peace walk, because there are so many things going around in the DC. But she helped with securing the Smith Center, that huge place. We had a wonderful meditation. It's like amazing meditation for 2 hours, silent and amazing. And for the overnight facility wellness center, if Bhantes want to take a rest, and there's a facility. If Bhantes want to take a hot bath, there's a facility. If Bhantes want to do, all the volunteers want to have exercise. I'm just saying they don't want. There are everything in the wellness center, three floor building with every wellness facilities, and it's a nice place to have breakfast. She gave everything, and so it's a wonderful thing, and we need to appreciate her. So she and the Andrea from the her code assistant, so everyone, and the Simran from direct, and they all spiritual life team did an amazing job.
Yes.
Yeah, and as with everything else, the night stay at the George Washington University was also, very. I feel very embarrassed at moment, because when we initially asked for the place, it was for 25 monks and 25 volunteers, and there was so many other people who actually ended up staying there that night. And I'm very thankful to George Washington University and Christine. Without them, it would have been really difficult for us. And even the day when we walked back to the George Washington University for the meditation program, there were so many monks. All of them walked in there, right? So, and well, actually, no, not from the not from the national the Lincoln Memorial. The day before, when we were supposed to stay in the night, the university was having a closed door event with 400 seats, and when all the monks walked in, the hall was almost full. And I can see a little bit of a stress in her face, but but she handled it really well, and we also kind of have to convey that message to Bhante Panyakara and all the monks in a best way possible, so that they can be moved out, right? So it's really amazing how she handled this situation. I'm really thankful to her.
And then she handled that always with lot of kindness. She was always very kind. I mean, we were bugging her so much with the names and the tags, and her turnaround time was amazing. But she's always was so kind and always had a smile on her face. So we'll never forget Kristen.
Yeah.
Thank you, Neeraj. Thank you, Bhante. All right, so now for the volunteers. Pubudu, Pubudu is here, right?
Yep.
Could you kindly share about your experience particularly coordinating the laundry of robes and also supporting the cathedral event. In about 2-3 minutes time, Prabhupada, if you can.
Yes, definitely.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, Roshini and Namabuddha, everyone. I'll make it really short because we are running out of time. So I wanted to start with saying that this was a historical and once in a lifetime event. And I'm proud to be part of this team. And then on the laundry side, we were a group of 10 volunteers who did laundry for all the Bhantes on the night of 9th, and it was a very meritorious and wonderful opportunity for us. So, Joe, thank you for introducing us to the Work for Peace team, and then Neeraj and Amanda from Work for Peace. Thank you for your support, and you guys made us feel as a part of your team. So thank you for that. On the cathedral, it was a historical event and a successful event as well. So what we did was we sent email invitations to all the faith leaders in DMV area. Through our invitations, there were about 200 interfaith leaders attended the cathedral event. And then from the cathedral, there were about 200 clergy attend the event in addition to the monks. So the event was well organized by Cathedral, and then there were a lot of volunteers from the Cathedral as well, which helped the event a lot. And from our end, we helped with the registration as well as we coordinated the Thai and Sri Lankan ambassadors to the Cathedral. So lastly, I wanted to thank Reverend Leonard and Dean, and also Cathedral staff Rebecca, Margaret, Lachelle, Andrea, Miranda, and also all the volunteers from both the cathedral as well as Buddha Meditation Center for your support. Thank you, Roshini.
Hey, Prabhupada, thank you so much. I just want to mention that, because of the volunteer coordination from our side and the security from our side, you have to go through a lot that night. I do remember, and I'm really sorry about that.
No problem. Thank you. I appreciate your help and kindness.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
And we have Lanka, right? Lanka, we would love to hear from you. You're on the ground work, scouting for locations. I know you also covered a part of it, building relationships with the Methodist Church and helping with the lunch menu, even making multiple trips without ever complaining. Your dedication is why you were visible in almost every group. So would love to hear from you as well, Lanka.
Thank you, Roshini. Namo Buddhaya, Swaminahansa. First, I have to say thanks to Swaminahansa to give me opportunity and then to do this. And it's such a beautiful moment, like Prabhupada says. This is like the historic moment. And I'm very thankful that I get to participate. And anyway, so we were supposed to do the lunch, and then we were at the American University, like Swaminathan said, and all of a sudden it got changed. And then the place is not big enough for 300 people. We didn't know we were supposed to have it 120 monks and then maybe 250 people altogether. And then the American University is not big enough, so we had to find another place. So we went to check the American University and we checked the menu, we checked the area, we walk around. And then right after that, we heard that it was around like a 9 p.m. And then we heard that we're going to have a 300 monks coming. So we had to find a different place. And then thank God, Joe, he have connections. So he found the Methodist Church and we talked to Revo. Revo was so kind and he said, we can host it here. Please come. So we went to see the Methodist Church and we checked everything. We got everything finalized. So we have to send the email to everybody for volunteers. So we had to bring the food. And then I had to thanks to Padma and then Vijitanangi, Anuradha, and then of course Roshini, and then we talk to each other and then see what we can put the menu with Swami Nahanse's guidance, and then we came. Vijita Nangi told us like this is how much we need, this is how much tray we needed, and so that's how we planned the menu and then how much we needed, and. So at midnight on the Monday night, so I have to run, and she called me, said you have to come. We want to put flowers. We want to have white clothes on it. So I ran out rather than bothering Swami Nahansa, because I know Swami Nahansa have done so much, and then he haven't had slept for so many times, and then I said, okay, I'll go. So I just went, and I was like, I called Prasangamali. Prasangamali, I said, can you please come with me and then see what's happening here? So we both went. I went and he came. We checked the place, and then actually Rev have to come. I mean, I had to call him and like 7:30, and then she said she want to be there at 8 o'clock. So Rev have to come with his son to the church to talk to Chi, and then to see, discuss what we can do, where I put the tables, where we're gonna be have the trucks coming in, and all these things. So I'm very thankful to Rev. He came with his son to deal with this situation. So I am like, that's it. And I went to see the place that the Bantes have slept in the GW that night with our Bante, and see the area, and then the sauna and the hut places. It was so beautiful, and I was so thankful to GW University, Christine.
And
Thank
we
you,
want to
Lanka.
thank to the morning dana also, right? Can you
Oh,
share
the
that?
morning dana, yes, the morning dana, all the volunteers and all the people who helped, and I'm really really thankful. And I have three nangis, they were cooking dana at the Asapur. They are cooking. When I went to collect the volunteer tax around like 9 o'clock, maybe like 7:30 around p.m., and they were cooking, and then they worked so hard, and then a lot of people donate a lot of things, dry things, and then the food, their energy, their support, and they're just incredible volunteers, and I am very very thankful to help me to do this beautifully and get many merits.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you so much. I, yeah, well, we kept demanding this and demanding that, even at the last moment, and you guys provided everything. So thank you so much. We started with 120 people, and ended up with more than 500 people that day, right? Uh, I don't know how you guys pull it up. I'm so thankful to each and every one of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you so
have to
much,
say
Neeraj.
thanks to Roshini. I have to say thanks to, there's a volunteer group. There's only three like Nangi from our Mahamana Meditation Center. They stayed until 3 o'clock, and then clean up everything very neatly, nicely. They work so hard, and then I really have to thank you so much. Stay there and clean, and then did everything what you have to do.
Thank
And
you.
the food was amazing. The breakfast and the lunch. I really enjoyed it.
Yes,
Thank you.
I'll endorse that too.
That's great. Thank you so much, Lanka. Thanks, Neeraj. Yeah, so I would also like to. I know we're on the top of the hour, but real quick, we have a few more items here, but we'll end it soon. I would also like to share my own experience coordinating the 10th Dana with volunteers. Since I'm from California, I only knew Lanka from DC, and she was kind enough to host me at her place. And with Prasad's tech help, we opened up a sign-up sheet to everyone who wanted to participate. So Swaminatha sent to all the temples, all the volunteer groups, all the committees to sign up, and people signed up with a lot of enthusiasm and passion. Within few hours, nearly 80 volunteers had signed up. I remember working on task assignments during my 1 hour layover in Houston. And soon after, Bhante came informed, and Akka, now is 300 monks. Plus 250 volunteers, and now all the sign up sheets for done, everything is done. So that was, but Prasad doubled up like Lanka said, like, we doubled up, we quickly make a decision in 1 minute. Okay, let's just double up the food trays amount. And Prasad quickly doubled it up and put it on sign up sheet, and miraculously, nearly all the additional food was covered by volunteers, like everything, like within few hours, like Bhante Swaminathan asked me, like, how are we doing on the food? Like everything signed up, except like few fruit trays, like some blueberries or whatever, everything was signed up. That was amazing. I thought it was, oh my God, this was such an amazing moment. So that morning at the Methodist Church, I didn't know any faces. I had memorized all the volunteer lists, like the names. I knew all the names, but when I showed up to the Methodist Church, I don't know a single face. I still remember going to Swaminathan, I don't know a single face. But amazingly, volunteers recognized me, and they came to me, and then they helped me every way. They said, "Are you Roshini?" "Oh, I'm so and so." And it was so easy that way. And people just came forward, and they welcomed me, and they supported all the instructions and everything. And it was such an amazing experience. I wanted to share that part as well. So even we had to navigate like cultural differences, like with food and the monks offerings, like the Asian ways of offering food, and like our Sri Lankan ways were different, and we had to negotiate some of the stuff, but then we came we met in the middle ground, and we were all one big happy team. So it was a beautiful experience of love, again, compassion and dedication. So thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for
Akka,
all
I
the
think we need
volunteers.
to appreciate she did amazing.
Yes, absolutely, Bhante. So I wish she was also here, to appreciate. She helped a lot. She was coordinating with Neeraj and the Walk for Peace movement, and also with us. And she was like the middle person. And she guided us, and she, taught us a lot of stuff too, like how this movement been doing things along the way. So that was very helpful. So thank you, she, as well. I know she's not here now. I would love to invite Prasad to share his experience, the tech person behind the DC movement. No matter what it was, 3 a.m. or revising forms multiple times, he made it happen. Prasad, can you please share your experience?
Yes, thanks everyone. I'm going to keep it pretty simple because everyone has talked about the operational side. Mine was a lot more easier, I would say, because I sat in this room and my command center, and I had 4 monitors sitting here, and I just did everything what was displayed on this screen as basically the digital pipeline. At whatever time of the day folks call me, and I try to do it. So we essentially ran the whole operation, like what Pubudu was talking about, Lanka was talking about, Roshini was talking about, using 7 web pages, a couple of databases to communicate with everybody. And we had all these scripts to send personalized emails, text messages going. And I just want to tell you, like, we were sending so many text messages that both Roshini and I were banned from WhatsApp for 24 hours because they thought we were spamming. So then when we were banned from WhatsApp, we had to switch gears and then start using emails. So, I was so used to typing WhatsApp messages, and then I had to go back to phones. But there's a lot of things. Everybody talked about all the different things. So this is basically what we did. I would say, like, we were communicating with about 150 volunteers, especially when the growth went from 120 lunch for 120 monks to 500, the scaling up, and all this thing we built from scratch in 5 days. So that's the key to all this, So everybody supported, nobody complained. We just did it. At one point I had to put my foot down and say, okay, let's just not worry about formatting. Let's get the message out. So we were just trying to make it perfect within this 5 days. But that's what we did. And for me personally, like every place where we did, from the lunch to the memorial, I like to go back and see at the end when the volunteers leave, we didn't make a mess of the place. So I have another slide which I want to basically share it with both. For everyone, where Joe and I work. Basically, Joe is called after Wednesday by the National Park Service and said, "You guys left some bricks back here." So both of us went down there, and there it is. We had to collect these bricks because we left. This is to tie down the tent. So we had to go back Thursday afternoon, grab this, and we got a good picture in front of the monument. So that's all I have to say. Thank you, everyone. It was a wonderful experience working with the team. And like Bhante said earlier, it was just a text message that came on November 14th in our Kindness Crew chat group. And we just said, hey, why don't we host the monks? And it went from something like 19 monks hosting them to this beautiful event. So thank you for the opportunity.
Prasad, don't lose the bricks. Those are mine because it's given from my garden. I hope you have it.
It's in my backyard right now. You're more than welcome to come and pick it.
I want to share one thing. So Thomas was our representative and over at the National Park Service for our permit, and I would call him every day in order to go, because Neeraj would ask me every day, and they were just absolutely incredible, really, really amazing to be able to work with. And one of the things I called him the day after, and I said, "How did we do?" And he's like, 95%. There's bricks right there. But he shared with me two things that I want to share. The first is, he said that our group was actually larger than they actually, like the number of people that showed up was larger than what they thought. They actually had thought that there was going to be smaller numbers, and I think that they were surprised. They don't give official account numbers anymore. And then the second thing that he said was that Martin, who was the monitor, so every time there's a permit that's pulled and somebody does an event, they have somebody monitoring the situation, make sure that the memorials don't get damaged. And he said that this was Martin, who's done thousands of these, says that this was the fastest breakdown because of the number of people that pitched in that they have ever experienced in an event of this size, that everything got cleaned up so quickly. And that's a testament to everybody. And one final thing is just the way that our monastery worked so closely. Neeraj, you were not privy to this because you were up on Capitol Hill. But the way that our team worked so closely with Chien and the rest of the team from the monastery in Fort Worth, it was on the day at the Lincoln Memorial, you would have thought we were a well-oiled machine and that we had been working together for years. It was really, really beautiful, really amazing to see that.
I know there are so many volunteers who did not get a chance to speak it, like Prasanga with the Lincoln Sounds, and Padma with the Dana and cleaning up crew, and Ananda with the Dana, Carrie, Joshua, and so many other volunteers. Sinsala, there's so many. I would now like to open the floor for any volunteer to share their valuable experiences and contributions. And you have about 2 minutes. Sorry, we are already running late. Anyone who'd like to say something, share something?
I'd like to thank everybody, all the volunteers, for this amazing, once in a lifetime opportunity and event. And it was just a beautiful experience to see all different kinds of people with all different backgrounds, come together for this one purpose, which was peace. And just like to see everyone's beautiful faces and everyone's smiles was just worth all of the time that I spent, volunteering. So I just wanted to say thank you to everyone, and I'm just so thankful just to know everyone and just to be part of the monastery and have the opportunity. And a super huge thank you to Bhante Khema for all his work of organizing and putting things together and his sleepless nights, and I don't know how he does the things that Bhante does, but I'm so thankful just for everybody and Bhante especially. So thank you, Namo Buddhaya, everybody.
Thank you very much, Mike. It's very kind. Anyone else?
Yeah, I also want to thank, it was a small team, specifically the Lincoln Memorial, the sound team, Chin Lee and Van Lee, Joe, Mike, and, it was a small team. We visited, I believe, on Sunday, right, Joe?
So
To Lincoln
cold.
Memorial. It was so cold, and it was covered with snow. And only expectation was like Tuesday we'll get a good weather, like over 40, and it will melt it out, and we can, clean it out. So yeah, the expectation was that, and it happened that way. And yeah, we could have a better plan thereafter on Wednesday. Only thing left was Prasad, those bricks. But yeah, I'm glad you both went there and clean it out. Yeah.
And
Thank you,
yeah,
Prasanga.
okay, I want to add something. So Prasanga prepared the thinking that the sound also going to manage by us, and he was prepared everything. And after prepared everything, I shared a message. Here's the thing, we got someone donating to everything with all the things, and thank you. And he had to say, he had to step back, and Prasanga understood it, and since this is a kind of a thing, everyone comes together. And thank you, Prasad, for understanding and reach out to these people, and without hurting their feeling, share that message.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bhante. Thank you, Prasanga. Anyone else?
Well, I would like to thank you. Thanks to everyone. I do not have any idea how many volunteers were involved in all of this. In the beginning, when I was talking to Bhante Khema, he mentioned about like 60 volunteers, and then I talked to Joe about that number. I wasn't sure there will be that many people volunteering us. And Joe mentioned that if you want, Bhante Khema can call more than 150 volunteers, and it seems like we have all those 150 volunteers. I'm so sorry that I did not get chance to see you guys, face to face. But I'm really thankful to all of you
Thank you,
for
Neeraj.
pulling this up. And I think the sound system that we were talking about having from Van Lee and Chin Lee is also kind of helpful, because now they are also part of the Lincoln Memorial preparation, and they got involved because of that. And which is very important from our side to see all the things going on firsthand, right? Because I have no idea how many people are involved, and all the details. And I like to share all of this to Bhante Panyakara and our team back here, so that they know how much effort has been put into this whole thing in DC. And finally, thank you everyone from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you so
what
much.
you did.
That's very kind of you. Very kind of you. Yeah, I'm sure everyone would have loved the chance to meet you, but next time. Next time. All right. So before we wrap up, I have two quick announcements. So two brief announcements. So on behalf of Bhante Khema and the Mahamyana Bhavana Monastery Organizing Committee, 5 volunteers will be offered the opportunity to attend the 2-day retreat on the February 18th and 19th. But this will be first come, first served. So if interested, please email info@buddhameditationdc.org, and which is on the Zoom chat right now. So it again is first come, first serve and there's a chance for 5 volunteers to meditate, reimbursed from the English program funds.
Okay.
All right. So then the
And
second,
the feedback also, Roshni, can you just mention about that?
Yes, that's coming up in the closing section.
Okay. Sorry.
It's okay. All right. All right. So, and the second announcement is I would like to share a message from Charity from the mayor's office. And this is what she says. So, I have a colleague in the mayor's office who has written on a whiteboard in her office, "Today will be my peaceful day." It serves as a reminder for all of us. So thank you so much for keeping me in the loop. I'll be out of the office until Tuesday or next week, but I would love to hear some of the reflections that come out of tomorrow's gathering in peace and kindness, Charity. So that was wonderful. So thank you so much, Bhante, for sharing that with us. All right, guys, let's wrap this up. And again, Neeraj, thank you so much. And I know you already spoke. I wanted to invite you again to share a few final words, but I know you did that just now. So thank you for everything, Neeraj. Thank you for giving Bhante Khema the opportunity to be a big part of this DC movement, and which gave us that honor as well to be part of that. So thank you again for Venerable Panyakara for all his dedication in sacrifice for this movement, and for walking the talk, really. So and thank you again, Neeraj. And I would finally I would like to respectfully invite Bhante Khema to conclude our meeting. Bhante, thank you for your without your guidance and without your vision and guidance, none of this would have been possible. You gave us a very rare, once in a lifetime opportunity to be a part of history. So to everyone here, thank you for your tireless work, compassion, and unity. We also have, like Prasad mentioned, we also have a feedback link if you'd like to share your reflections to further improve our future programs, which is also on the chat. So thank you again. We truly made history in Washington, D.C. And Bhante, would you like to say final few words before we wrap it up?
Yes, Prasad wanted to share someone anonymous reply, right? Is that Prasad you said?
No. I'm just saying this is the link to the feedback.
Okay,
and it's anonymous.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, let's share the merits and wrap it up for you to have a good dinner. If not, you will be a monk for today. Okay. Can you give a spot? Okay, good. Let's say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So I think you're practicing "today will be my peaceful day" message, as Bhante said. And we all together offered lunch to 300 monks in DC. Unlike in another country, in DC, I think this is the first time we did this. So it's a very rare opportunity, and it's an amazing amount of merits we accumulate by offering dana to Sangha. And in Buddha says that there's Agantuka dana. There are special danas. One is Agantuka dana, when a group of monks come into a place where they have not been. So if you offer dana, it's a special dana. And Buddha says if someone offer timely dana, it's a kala dana. It's also a special dana. So you did that both. And you so in that way you all accumulated many merits, and you all facilitated to the monks who are teaching Buddha's peace message to everyone. So you all accumulated many merits. So and you all practice mindfulness, and you all appreciate each other instead of bringing any sort of a defilement. So Buddha says like this: the most beneficial dana is not giving because our parents give, not because the group that high caste people or wealthy people giving lunch, and not because when I give sadhana I feel kind of a calmness in my No, not because of that. If anyone offer dana for the chitta alankara. Chitta alankara means chitta means mind, alankara means make it beautiful, which means that raised in defilement and it's only hope to attain the nibbana. So I believe that you all did this all good things. There may be ego is coming, and that's a part of the practice of mindfulness. I believe that you all try to let it go and purify your mind during this action. So you all accumulated many merits. Let's share all these merits with all the divinely powers, and if there are any private guardian to you, with them. And let's share all these merits, especially with my teacher, Pinnat Loku Swamin Wahanse. With respect, we say Kiribat Goda Nyanananda Swamin Wahanse, Loku Swamin Wahanse. And to all the Mahameunawa monastic Sangha and all the Sangha who participated this meritorious act, including Bhante Panyakara's teacher, Bhante Panyakara, and all the 19 monks who walked, and all the visited monks to this program, on all the monks who live all around the world. And let's share all these merits with all of our departed relatives and friends, and let's share these merits with all the wonderful volunteers who volunteered from the beginning of this program, from Texas to DC, and all the wonderful volunteers who especially volunteered in this program, in the hosting in the DC. And let's share all these merits. May you all be well, may you all be happy, may your all good wishes come true. And let's don't forget to share merits with anyone who felt hurt during this mission. May this merit help them to overcome from any sort of hard feelings they are having, and may these merits help you to understand the Four Noble Truths and escape from the samsara in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Hold your palms together. I'm going to chant blessings in Buddha's language. Abhivadana silisa nichang vadapachayino chattaro dhamma vadanti ayuvanno sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti mevacha ato nibbana sampatti iminate samicchatu. May you all have a long life, happy life, healthy life. Namo Buddhaya. And before we wind up, I have a quick request to share this to Bhante Panyakara. This is to Neeraj. Neeraj, we do meditate with the monk program in all around the MDV DME area. So if Bhante Panyakara would like to do a meditation program to all the people in DC, usually we do since starting from May to September in the Washington DC, maybe nearby the Washington Monument, there's a shed area meditate. We would like to invite him to be a part of this meditation program and help the people to practice meditation.
Thank you, Bhante. I will convey this to him, and hopefully we will come back to DC for that soon.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you,
Okay.
Bhante.
Namo Buddhaya. Roshini, shall we chant the Okasawandami Bhante as our guest chair?
Yes.
Yes,
Please,
yes.
Roshi, Anangi, you can lead
Yes.
that.
Sure.
Oh, you want? Okay, I can lead that.
Yeah.
Also, Bhante, Amita Khema, many merit for everything that you do, and we would like to share merit too to Bhante. And if we have done anything wrong by body and speech of mine, please, Bhante, we ask for forgiveness. Allow us, Bhante. Okasa Vandami Bhante.
Okasawandam Bhante.
Maya Katam
Patam Punyam.
Aminano.
Samnanamoditabam.
Sadhu,
Sam.
sadhu.
Katam Punyam.
Mayandatabam.
Sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu Anumodami.
Kasavarate
Okasawate.
Katang
Katan Sabam. Achang
Savatami
Kampani
Bhante.
Bhante.
Kamami, kamatami.
Kamami Bhante.
Tatiampi Okasakamami Bhante. Tatiampi Okasakamami Bhante.
Sukhi hotu nibbana pache.
Yes, and on behalf of Toronto group, Toronto volunteer group, I also would like to say thank you to everybody. Thank you to Bhante Khema, Bhante. Especially thank you to Roshini. I've been bugging her since the beginning, prior to our departure, and also to everybody, to Joe,
Thank you.
Prasad, and to Mike. Carrie, especially because Carrie actually let us stay overnight at her basement. So we are very thankful, and so many opportunity to collect merits. So I also would like to share all the merit with everybody. So even in my program, English program, I share merit with everybody, and I encourage all my friends from Toronto Monastery to keep doing good, collecting merit, because I truly believe that for those 2 days in Washington, D.C., if it was not owing to my own good karma, it wouldn't happen that smoothly. And yeah, so I am a true believer in karma, but this event really brought me to even strengthen my belief in karma and in the words of the Buddha, that we have to keep doing good in our life, collecting more merits for future life, and also for our happiness in this life. So I would like to share merit with everybody.
Sadhu.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Linda.
Thank you.
Namo Buddhaya.
All right, now have a peaceful and beautiful evening, everyone. Namo Buddhaya.
Namo Buddhaya.
Namo Buddhaya.
Namo Buddhaya.